In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 22nd, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Marist versus Mount St. Mary's. The Marist Red Foxes will be going for their 3rd consecutive road win when they face the Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers on Sunday afternoon. The Red Foxes are coming off a 61-57 loss to St. Peter's as 2.5-point favorites. The Mountaineers are coming off a 72-57 loss to Siena as 8.5-point underdogs. Marist won the only meeting between the two teams. The St. Peter's Peacocks are 7-11 this season after they lost to Fairfield by a score of 56-52 in their last game. St. Peter's shot 27.6% from the field and forced 16 turnovers in the game. The St. Peter's Peacocks are averaging 62 points per game, 64.8 points against per game, 36.9 rebounds per game, and 10.8 assists per game. Isaiah Dasher has led the Peacocks this season with 14 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, and 1.1 assists per game. St. Peter's is shooting 38.1% from the field, 68.1% on free throws, and 28.2% on three-pointers this year. The Marist Red Foxes are 7-9 this season after they defeated Niagara by a score of 66-64 in their last game. Marist shot 53.3% from the field and was -3 in rebounding margin in the win. The Marist Red Foxes are averaging 63.5 points per game, 66 points against per game, 33.4 rebounds per game, and 11.4 assists per game. Patrick Gardner has led the Red Foxes this season with 18.8 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per game, and 2.1 assists per game. Marist is shooting 41.1% from the field, 68% on free throws, and 32.3% on three-pointers this year. St. Peter's is 1-9 against the spread in their last 10 road games and 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 Friday games. The under is 10-1 in St. Peter's last 11 road games. Marist is 7-3-1 against the spread in their last 11 games and 4-0-1 against the spread in their last 5 games following a win. The over is 7-1 in Marist's last 8 games. The underdog is 4-1 against the spread in these two teams' last 5 head-to-head meetings. The Red Foxes are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 road games against a team with a losing record, and Mount St. Mary's has failed to cover in 4 consecutive games. In terms of gameplay, expect Marist to outpace the Mountaineers, resulting in more possessions for Marist throughout. Marist will be given more opportunities to score, which goes along well with a struggling Mount St. Mary's offense that tends to turn the ball over. There's not a ton to like about this matchup, as both teams are struggling right now. That said, it should be a competitive game. The last time these teams met back on January 8th, Marist powered out a 63-56 win at McCann Arena thanks to 42nd half points. This rematch should be another close one with a similar total. The Mountaineers have lost 4 straight games with 57 or fewer points scored in each, however, smelling a little upset with Marist in this one. So the Marist Red Foxes to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Red Foxes are averaging 63 points per game and 63 points per game on the road. They scored 63 points in their only game against the Mountaineers. They play at a very slow pace, averaging 67 possessions per game, and they're facing a team that is giving up 60 points per game at home, so expect them to be held under their average in this game. The Mountaineers are averaging 62 points per game and 57 points per game at home. They scored 56 points in their lone game against the Red Foxes. They play at a similar pace, averaging 68.1 possessions per game. With Marist giving up 65 points per game on the road, the Mountaineers won't score enough points to push the score past the total. The Red Foxes and Mountaineers played under the total in their only meeting. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Temple versus Houston. Two of the top 4 teams in the American Athletic Conference face each other on Sunday. The number 1 Houston Cougars will be hosting the Temple Owls at Hofhanes Pavilion. Temple is 4th in the conference but has gone 2-2 in their last 4 games. Houston is obviously first in the conference, and the last time they lost was December 10th to a number 4 Alabama squad. The Temple Owls are averaging 69 points on 42.2% shooting and allowing 68 points on 42% shooting. Call of Battle is averaging 17.5 points and 3.9 rebounds, while Damian Dunn is averaging 15 points and 3.6 rebounds. Jamal Reynolds is the 3rd double-digit scorer, and Zach Hicks is grabbing 5 rebounds. The Temple Owls are shooting 31.3% from beyond the arc and 77.2% from the free throw line. The Temple Owls are allowing 30.2% shooting from deep and are grabbing 32.4 rebounds per game. The Houston Cougars are averaging 76 points on 47.1% shooting and allowing 53 points on 34.3% shooting. Marcus Sasser is averaging 17 points, 2.8 rebounds, while Tramon Mark is averaging 10 points and 4.1 rebounds. Jarace Walker is the 3rd double-digit scorer, and Jaywan Roberts is grabbing 7.1 rebounds. The Houston Cougars are shooting 35.7% from beyond the arc and 71.6% from the free throw line. The Houston Cougars are allowing 24.9% shooting from deep and are grabbing 36.9 rebounds per game. The Owls are 3-0-1 against the spread in their last 4 road games and 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The Cougars are 35-17 against the spread in their last 52 home games and 38-18 against the spread in their last 56 games overall. The under is 8-3 in Owls' last 11 overall. The over is 5-2-1 in Cougars' last 8 overall. The favorite is 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. Temple isn't beating Houston on Sunday, but it will cover the spread. The Owls are solid enough defensively to stay in the game for a while and defend the 3-point line. They'll also make the most of their opportunities for points at the foul line. The Owls are 17th in the NCAA in free throw percentage and got to the line often in their last game. While Houston is winning straight up, it's only covered the spread in 6 of its past 10 overall. Its against the spread record at home, 7-5, isn't a lead either. The Owls, meanwhile, are 3-1 against the spread on the road this season. So the Temple Owls to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Neither team enjoys high-tempo games, as the Owls are ranked 257th nationally in schedule-adjusted tempo, and the Cougars are slower than molasses. The Owls will need a lot to go right to win, especially going up against one of the top defensive squads in the country. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington State versus Colorado. Week 11 of the 2022-2023 NCAA men's basketball season wraps up Sunday, January 22nd, when the Washington State Cougars square off against the Colorado Buffaloes in the Pac-12 Conference Showdown at U Event Center in Boulder, Colorado. Colorado and Washington State lock horns for the first time this season after splitting their 2-game set in 2021-2022. The Washington State Cougars are 9-11 this season after they lost to Utah by a score of 77-63 in their last game. Washington State shot 34.4% from the field and only 26.1% on 3-pointers in the loss. The Washington State Cougars are averaging 68.7 points per game, 65.5 points against per game, 34.9 rebounds per game, and 11.8 assists per game. TJ Bamba has led the Cougars this season with 15 points per game, 4.1 rebounds per game, and 1.7 assists per game. Washington State is shooting 43.3% from the field, 71.5% on free throws, and 36.4% on 3-pointers this year. The Colorado Buffaloes are 11-9 this season after they lost to Washington by a score of 75-72 in their last game. Colorado shot 43.8% from the field and forced 22 turnovers in the game. The Colorado Buffaloes are averaging 73 points per game, 67 points against per game, 38.7 rebounds per game, and 13.7 assists per game. KJ Simpson has led the Buffaloes this season with 17 points per game, 4.2 rebounds per game, and 3.8 assists per game. Colorado is shooting 44.7% from the field, 67.3% on free throws, and 31.5% on 3-pointers this year. Washington State is 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 road games and 6-2-1 against the spread in their last 9 Sunday games, while the under is 35-16 40-1 in their last 52 games overall. Colorado is 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 Sunday games and 4-9-2 against the spread in their last 15 home games against a team with a losing road record, while the under is 4-1 in their last 5 games overall. The Buffaloes have normally been a solid team to back on their home floor, especially with their defense, and I just don't know how much I can trust Washington State to keep this one close on the road. The Cougars have been getting pummeled left and right on the road, and I don't think things are going to get much better here. So the Colorado Buffaloes to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Colorado records 70.4 possessions per 40 minutes, while Washington State tallies just 63.5. The Cougars will force the Buffaloes into half-court basketball. 4 of Colorado's last 5 contests have seen less than 130 points on the scoreboard. On the other side, 3 of Washington State's last 4 tilts have produced 135 or fewer points in total. The under is 13-6 in the Cougars' previous 19 games overall, and it is 8-4 in their last 12 meetings with the Buffaloes. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.